Hello, everyone. Thank you again so much for joining us today to learn about our Master of Professional Studies in Food Business. My name is Robert Tremblay. I'm the Associate Director of Admissions at the Culinary Institute of America, as well as a 2010 graduate, and I will be your host throughout the presentation. Over the next 20 minutes or so, I'm going to take you through all you need to know about this amazing postgraduate degree program, including first and foremost, why this degree is right for you. We will then cover exactly what this program has to offer and why it will deliver the skill sets you will need to further your career in food business. From there, we'll talk about the CIA Advantage, and we'll also get into the amazing industry professionals that will be your teachers throughout the program. And then lastly, we'll go over the admissions process on how to apply, and we'll also get into what financial aid is available for students. The conception of the CIA's Masters in Food Business really comes from a place of necessity. And while the food world has never lacked for opportunities to innovate, the opportunity for a graduate program specifically designed to further your career in food business and develop innovation in global food systems didn't actually exist until now. This first of its kind program is dedicating to helping students develop food businesses that will address the world's most pressing food system challenges. And through the guidance of some of the industry's most experienced experts in their field, students will have access to an opportunity you won't find anywhere else. The CIA's MPS in Food Business has been designed for a wide variety of students coming from diverse backgrounds in the world of food business. We have students who are currently experienced working professionals already working for leading companies that are looking to spearhead the next food revolution. There are also current students in our cohorts working in related fields that are interested in developing their own concepts and ideas into ventures that will shape the future of food business. And then we even have students at the very beginning of their careers looking to build their credentials and learn how to ignite their entrepreneurial spirit. So ultimately, this program has the ability to connect with all corners of the industry. Now, one of the most important elements of this degree program is that you will be able to advance your career while still having your career. This program is low residency and offered primarily online, which makes it ideal for working professionals. Students will spend a manageable average of 15 to 20 hours per week focused on the business of food and tackling real-world issues that are directly affecting the industry. And through the industry-savvy experts and CIA faculty, you will have access to a truly unique set of resources that will only help further your career. Now, let's go ahead and get into what this program is really going to deliver. This program takes 2 years to complete, and 27 of the 30 total credits will be offered online, which allows students the flexibility to continue working while completing the program. And over the course of those 2 years, you will be taking industry-specific classes that include the study of food systems, leadership, business fundamentals, marketing, and food law, just to name a few of the classes. In addition, the program also includes 3 immersive residencies that are hosted on our CIA campuses. These residencies will not only connect you to the other members of your cohort, but also help build your professional network throughout the program. In the second year of the program, students will also elect to follow one of 2 program tracks, where their focus will shift from broad business concepts to areas that address either restaurants and food service or food products and concepts. In addition, students will also be responsible for completing a capstone project where they will develop and pitch a business playbook. This allows students to build and develop a real business plan that they can take with them at the conclusion of the program. Furthermore, throughout the program, you will be surrounded by a cohort of learners where the diversity of your classmates will only enhance the learning experience throughout the program. Here we have a glimpse of the full curriculum that you're going to take over the course of the 2 years of the program. This shows all of the classes that are offered throughout the entire program. As you can see, each student will be taking 2 classes per semester, and the immersive residencies are spread out over the course of the program. So one of the nicest parts about the residencies is the fact that each one is only about 4 to 5 days in length and is held at one of our beautiful CIA campuses. As we look deeper into year one of the program, your first year will begin with the first residency, which will be held in person at our California campus located in the heart of Napa Valley. And for fall 2021, the first residency is scheduled to take place from Tuesday, September 7th to Saturday, September 11th. During this time, you will meet and connect with your fellow classmates, as well as get an introduction to the program itself, all the while enjoying the world-renowned amenities and scenery that the Napa Valley has to offer. From there, you will move into your online classes, where the first year coursework will cover mainly large concepts of business, very similar to an MBA type program. However, as you can see from the courses you will be taking, these concepts will always be filtered through the lens of the food industry. And then at the very end of the first year, the second residency will take place during our Menus of Change conference at our famous Hyde Park, New York campus. The Menus of Change conference is one of the most anticipated food events each and every year, where industry leaders from around the world come together to share ideas about the future of food. Additionally, the main focus of this residency is for students to pitch the framework for their capstone projects, which they will continue to work on and develop over the course of the second year of the program. As we dive into the second year, as I mentioned before, students will elect to focus their studies into one of two tracks, either focusing on restaurants and food service or food products and concepts. Each track covers 12 credits of concentrated coursework in these crucial areas of the food business. This allows students to build skill sets in the areas that they want the most. As well, during this time, students will also be building their capstone projects, utilizing the concepts and theories from their class work to perfect and hone their business playbooks. It's important to keep in mind that these playbooks are not meant to simply be a shot in the dark or a walk through the motions. Students in this program are exploring real business ideas and concepts that they will look to bring specific and timely value to their future businesses or their employers. And then additionally, the third and final residency is held once again at the New York campus and will mark the culmination of the program. Students will not only reunite for a final time as a cohort, but they will also present their final capstone projects to corporate and investment leaders in the industry. This provides students with an open mic to share their ideas and concepts with some of the top experts in food business. The CIA Advantage is built in our history. We have been the premier college for food and food business innovation for 75 years. Having the know-how and necessary networks are vital to the success of any graduate student. And the CIA is uniquely qualified and powerfully connected to give you the best thinking and the most practical real-world experiences during your education. Now, as I have touched on several times already, you will be learning from some of the top experts in their field. Your educators will be experienced change makers in the food, investment, higher education, and business worlds throughout the entire program. Now, here we have just a couple of the amazing educators that we will have delivering the program to you this fall. On the left is Brooke Golden, who is the Vice President of Marketing and Innovation for Navitas Organics. Brooke oversees new product development and brand design. As well, she manages a product portfolio of over 60 plant-based superfoods and snacks. And then on the right, we have Kylie Wawak. Kylie is a member of Ignite, which is an innovation consulting team for the tech company Salesforce. Kylie's team is responsible for working directly with the company's most valued customers to help transform their futures. However, like I said, these are just a few of the amazing educators you will have throughout the entire program. Now, let's dive into the application process and some details about financial aid. The only real strict requirement that we have for this program is that students are required to have a bachelor's degree in order to be eligible to apply. All eligible students can submit their application to the program directly online through our website by going to www.ciachef.edu. As well, there is an application fee of $75. However, we will be waiving that application fee for you all today by giving you a waiver code for joining us. I'll be sharing that waiver code at the very end of the presentation. Now, to talk a little bit more about the requirements and the supplemental items that you're going to need to submit, in addition to the application itself, students are required to submit their college transcripts showing a degree conferred or that a degree will be completed prior to the start of the program. Students will also need to send in a current copy of their resume or CV. We require at least one letter of recommendation. An important thing to keep in mind for this is that it doesn't necessarily need to come from a professional in the industry. What we're looking for the most in this instance is somebody who can speak to your connection to the program, what you can bring to our cohort, and where your passion for foods and the food business really comes from. So somebody who knows you the best is always the right person to go to with regard to writing the letter of recommendation, just as long as it's not a direct family member. So that's the only important thing to keep in mind for that. In addition to those three things, we do also have a essay that is required. The essay is one of the most important pieces to your application, as it's an opportunity for you to really speak to our review board and talk to us about your goals and what you're looking to accomplish. The review board looks very favorably upon and is looking for ideal candidates that have an idea of the goals they are looking to accomplish through our program, whether it be knowing the type of business you want to go into, the area of food business you're looking to go into. This is a very important piece to the application process where we really want to know that you're a goal-oriented person and you're really looking to make the most of your time in the program and have a plan. So very important pieces to the application process. In terms of financial aid, one of the most important areas by far is financial aid. And for students in the discussion of funding their education is definitely one of the most important pieces. And the CIA is definitely proud to be able to offer some significant scholarship opportunities for students coming into the program. Currently, the CIA is offering a special grant for domestic students, which is available exclusively for the 2021 cohort launching this fall. The grant is expected to cover approximately 19% of the cost of tuition and will be awarded to domestic students who are admitted to the program. So there are no additional applications or essays required. As long as you're accepted to the college and you're a US citizen or permanent resident, you will automatically qualify for this scholarship. In addition, this program is FAFSA eligible, so we definitely encourage all students to submit their FAFSA form for the program. It typically will bring back only areas of subsidized and unsubsidized loans, since Pell Grants are typically reserved for undergraduate students. However, you can typically get some loan opportunities coming out of the FAFSA for this program. So definitely an important piece that we encourage students to submit for the application process and the financial aid process. And then last but definitely not least, we are eligible for veterans benefits. We accept the post 9/11 GI Bill and we are a yellow ribbon school. So this program can definitely help cover a great percentage of the cost of the tuition. All we require for students to submit to earn these benefits is a copy of their certificate of eligibility, and we will be able to work with you through that process. But very straightforward in terms of the financial aid opportunities. It's a really important piece of the process, and we're happy to support students as much as we can to further their education. So in terms of questions, I know that a lot of you probably have some additional questions. I wanted to share with you the waiver code for the application itself. So the code is CIA Masters 21. It's not case sensitive. You can do all caps or lowercase letters if you want to, but CIA Masters 21 is the application fee waiver code. So when you go to ciachef.edu to fill out your application, after you fill in all of the information and hit submit, it's going to take you to a page asking you how you're going to pay for it. And you type in the CIA Masters 21 code, and that will take care of the $75 application fee. So that is definitely a thank you for joining us this afternoon. And Kelly was asking about our Masters in Wine and Beverage Management. We are going to be hosting sessions in the future for we do also have a Masters of Professional Studies in Wine and Beverage Management. This presentation was specific to the Masters in Food Business. In terms of the grants, as I mentioned before, the grant is available for any student that is accepted to the program. So once we get you through the application process and you're a domestic student or a US citizen or a permanent resident, we will automatically award you the CIA grant, which, as I said before, will be estimated at about 19% of the cost of tuition. And then great question. So the deadline for submitting your application for the fall is going to be July 1st. And then in terms of completing your application, July 15th is going to be the deadline for completing applications. So right now we are getting rather full for the fall. So if you are interested in submitting your application, I really encourage you to do that as soon as possible. So that way we can get you through the application process, get you a decision, and start working you through the enrollment process. For this year's cohort, we're expecting to have about 50 students in that group. So it should be a very manageable size group, but a great group for you all to connect with and really find a lot of diversity within that area. In terms of housing for the residencies, that is a great question as well. Casey, thank you for asking that. So we have been able to provide certain options for students in terms of housing with local hotels by blocking off rooms and things of that nature. However, for the travel and lodging for residencies is upon the students to book and secure for that. A lot of the students choose to go the Airbnb route and a lot of different things from that perspective. But really in terms of the getting to and from the residencies, students will be required to book their own travel. We will have some suggestions for admitted students and things like that to be able to help them navigate that process. Like I said, we have reserved rooms in the past so that it can bring down some of the costs and things like that. But that will be an additional expense to the tuition. Will be the travel and lodging for those residencies. So it looks like we got through all of the general questions at this point. Just wanted to say thank you all again to everybody for joining us this evening. Please feel free to reach out to me directly. I'll go back and show you my contact information again. The best way to get a hold of me is via email. My email address is robert.tremblay@culinary.edu. Take a screenshot if you want to. If not, I'll reach out to you all after this evening so that we can work through the application process. I will send out the waiver code again, just in case anybody missed it. Please feel free to reach out. Like I said, we're still accepting applications. We do have a lot of admits at this point for this coming fall. So if you are interested, I definitely encourage you to get your application in as soon as possible. And we look forward to working with you further in the future. So I hope everybody has a great evening and we'll all connect soon. Thank you so much. Have a good night.